Chip Robinson, who ran third at one point, in fact, whose car was a lap down at one point when Jeff Brabham got into it, have brought it all the way through to the checkered flag. Herman Velez, the world C2 champion, and Tom Lopez will take home Camel Lights honors to Minolta and Canada Shoes with their Buick-powered Spice. Unofficially, it is the Brabham, Robinson, Earl Nissan, followed by Kevin Cogan and John Paul Jr. James Weaver and Scott Pruitt will finish third, 3 laps down. The Lopez Velez Camel Lights winner, followed by Martino Finaudo and Rogero Melgrati, Scott Schubot and Linda Ludeman in second and third position. We'll be right back.
You know, AutoZone customers are pretty special. I mean, they take great pains to do a job just right, so they know exactly what they want. That's why we carry so many parts and guarantee over 42,000 of them for as long as you own your car. It's also why we price them so low, because you got to admire a man who will tackle a job like putting in his own water pump or starter, and you got to give a guy like that exactly what he wants. The right part at the best price.
Xerox presents the Great American Torture Test. We challenged the bone-numbing cold of northern Alaska and intense city traffic. Traveled coast to coast to the suffocating heat of Death Valley and passed with flying colors. Xerox, because extreme conditions demand extreme protection.
This spring, we're covering the national pastime full-time. Major League Baseball on ESPN. Get ready for Sunday night action, Tuesday night doubleheaders, Wednesday night excitement, Friday night twin bills, and a nightly look at the big leagues on Baseball Tonight. The regular season begins April 2nd with an opening day doubleheader. All season long, if it happens in baseball, you'll see it on ESPN.
You know the sinking feeling of a dead battery.
Mommy, what's wrong? Just stay in the car.
Now there's the revolutionary Die-Hard Dual Start. It's 2 Die-Hard batteries in one. A simple twist taps its built-in spare Die-Hard, so you're not left stranded.
Mom, you fixed it.
It's cutting-edge technology, and it's Die-Hard. Die-Hard Dual Start. More power when you need it most.
ESPN Speed World coverage of the Nissan Grand Prix of Miami has been brought to you by Nissan, built for the human race. By Kawasaki Motors Corporation, USA. Kawasaki, let the good times roll. By AT&T, the right choice. And by Merillat, America's cabinet maker. On a beautiful afternoon in Miami, Florida, Chip Robinson has now brought the race-winning Nissan 300ZX Turbo down into the pit lane. We'll be talking with him in just a moment with Mike Joy. It has been a glorious afternoon, a great race, and after 2 races that finished under yellow, it's nice to have one go all the way to the checkers under green. Time now for our Sears Road Handler Winner's Circle, brought to you by Road Handler Treadlock Radials at Sears. Tough tires you can trust. Here's Mike.
Chip Robinson brought home the car to victory lane. What a wild day. This looked like short track racing. Tell me about running right behind the Toyota Porsche incident.
Well, they were really going at it, and you know, I knew there was going to be a possibility of some contact. They came real close a few times, and I was just laying back a little bit, trying to keep pressure on the Toyota to keep him after the Porsche, but far enough away so that I wasn't involved, and eventually it happened, and I got by.
Boy, he was close enough to be in part of the fray, but smart enough to be out of it. Bob Earl, you started the winning car, finished up in the other one. You've had a busy day.
Yeah, well, I'm the rookie on the team. It needs more time, so I had to start the other one, and the guys brought it home in first place. It was great. It's fantastic.
And here with Miss Campbell, Jeff Brabham, and Jeff got enough points on the board to head toward perhaps another title.
Well, it's a bit early to say that right now, but today certainly helped with the Jaguars not finished and Bob being kind enough to get out of the car and let me run for 45 minutes or more to get some points. So, you know, I'm really happy. It was a great team effort today.
Here's the winning trio headed for victory lane. Let's go back up to Bob Barsha.
Time was when Jeff Brabham carried this team on his formidable shoulders, but that's not the case anymore. They have a great lineup. Here's part 2 of our Sears Road Handler Winner's Circle, brought to you by Road Handler Treadlock Radials from Sears. Tough tires you can trust. Rick DeBrule.
Well, John Paul, it's been a veritable parade of people coming by saying, welcome back. It's got to feel good to be here.
It feels fantastic. I got to thank BF Goodrich, Nissan, Jim Busby for giving me an opportunity.
It was a difficult weekend for a while. It didn't look like you guys were going to run well at all.
Yeah, we had some problems with the rear end of the car, the differential. We didn't find till last night. Seemed to help it a lot in the race. We needed it.
John Paul Jones back in the winner's podium here at Miami.
John Paul Jones was the Admiral. John Paul Jr. is the second place driver here in the Nissan Grand Prix of Miami. Here's a look at our top 5. Your winners from Nissan: Chip Robinson, Bob Earl, and Jeff Brabham. Paul Jr. and Kogan second over James Weaver and Scott Pruitt. Finaudo and Malgrati. You see the rest of the top 10. For Rick DeBrule, Mike Joy. Road Racing Series.